UGC has started these Chetna series of lectures to discuss about the best practices in higher educational institutions by inviting experts from different domains, from different fields of expertise. These lectures are attended by students, faculty members, and heads of institutions from across the country. In many institutions, they live stream our Chetna series lectures with the students sitting in the hall. I can even see one of the participants in today's meeting. She is somewhere in a street, but she is still connected to this program. My dear friends, today we are going to look at clean and sustainable campuses and how we can work for creating greener cities. You know, it has two components: the efforts towards realizing sustainable campuses.
This meeting is being recorded.
One is creating awareness among our students about the need for sustainable living, sustainable development, and involve them in various activities on the campus to adopt practices which will make your campus a green campus. When the students spend few years on the campus and involve themselves in these activities, this can form a seed in their thinking about the importance of adopting green practices, creating green campuses, and it can help them carry on with this kind of activities when they go out of your institution and keep working in different professions. Wherever they are, they can take this experience and try to implement and contribute towards making the environment around them a green environment. So it has both components. It has a short-term impact in terms of their short duration on the educational institution campus, and it has a long-term impact of carrying on these ideas and implement them in their later life. Educational institutions can do many things, whether it is solid waste management, whether it is adopting energy resources which do not depend on fossil fuels, making your campuses zero discharge campuses so that you don't burden with your sewage water and other wastage. You don't burden the local municipal area, but you also stand out as an example on how you can recycle, reuse, and reduce wastage. You can collaborate with the local municipality. You can collaborate with local industries and encourage your students to adopt sustainable approaches. And because you're also an educational institution, you can offer some courses in these areas on studying about the impact of climate change, the environmental degradation, the pollution that is happening in the huge mega structures that we create, what we call as cities. So there is a lot that our educational institutions can do. Today, we have one of the leading experts in this area, Shri P. Narahari, who has done excellent work in Indore city. You know that Indore city is rated as the cleanest city in India for several years. Let us listen to our expert today in this Chetna series of lectures. Let us learn from him on how our campuses can be turned into green campuses and make them sustainable campuses. So I would like to invite Shri Narahari to deliver his lecture. After his lecture, we will also take questions from the audience. Shri Narahari, please go ahead.
First of all, I would like to thank the Chairman UGC, Shri Jagadesh Kumar, and also the organizers for this wonderful initiative of Chetna series. And I'm also happy to be part of this particular program today and deliver my lecture on the clean campuses and cities. As you are all aware, Indore is the cleanest city in the country for 7 times consecutively. I would like to make a small presentation and show you how Indore became the cleanest city and also how we can move forward in making our cities and campuses clean. So, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, SBM, started sometime in 2014-15. Next. And one of the reasons why the Swachh Bharat mission became a super hit, I would say, in the entire country is because for the first time, if you all have observed, first time ever, all the cities in the country have been put into a competition. Earlier to Swachh Bharat mission, you must have all seen that there were several such programs which are organized throughout the country, whether it was Nirbal Bharat Abhiyan, whether it was Total Sanitation Campaign, or similar kind of campaigns definitely were happening in the in our country. But what change actually was brought about by Swachh Bharat mission? Swachh Bharat mission actually made all the municipalities and municipal corporations specifically to be brought into a competition. Earlier, there was no such competition like which city is the cleanest city in the country, which municipality is the cleanest one. But Swachh Bharat mission had this unique concept of let's just declare the cleanest city in the country. So in the process, what has happened was in 2015, and in the April of 2015, when I joined as collector Indore, and we made Indore rural the open defecation free Zilla Parishad of the, it was the second such Indore rural which became the cleanest and the open defecation free Zilla Parishad. And that is when we thought that Indore, meanwhile the cities of the country were also ranked, and Indore was 25th cleanest city in the country as per the Swachh Bharat rankings of 2015. And that is when we decided, why are we 25th in the country? Why can't we be the cleanest city in the country? So this competitive spirit was developed amongst the cities of the country, and Swachh Bharat mission had this unique concept. And that is when, if you see, that several such initiatives were taken by the Indore Municipal Corporation. And I would say that if we need to go in a campaign mode, what exactly is a campaign mode? Campaign mode is something which makes any such program, it has a beginning and it also has an end. A campaign will have a specific time frame wherein there is a starting and there is a ending. And so a campaign needs to be actually done in such a way which will enable, and specifically in Madhya Pradesh and in Indore, what was done was next: the entire administration, public representatives, civic societies, and media all came onto one platform, and we all decided, let's make Indore the cleanest city in the country. In the next 2016 Swachhata Sarvekshan that was going on, that was to happen. So anybody who's wanting to make any such thing happen, you need to have everybody come on to one single platform, and all the participants, the stakeholders of that particular campaign need to think alike and strategize alike and also implement alike. So you can see that in Indore, all the MLAs, the mayor, the chair, the corporators, everybody said that we will make Indore the cleanest city. All the NGOs, all the civic societies, the resident welfare associations, they all came on to they all in unison said that we will make our city the cleanest city. So what exactly was done? You can see several such initiatives. Most importantly, I would say, is door-to-door collection and source segregation. If you can do source segregation and ensure that the segregated waste, whether it is the wet waste or the dry waste, if all this waste can be segregated and collected from door to door, that is the best thing to happen. And the second most important thing, if it has happened in Indore, is dustbin free city initiative. Next. So what actually happened if you ever happen to come to Indore, the most important thing that you would see that has happened is you will not find a single dustbin. एक भी कचरा कुंडी जिसको बोलते हैं, या कचरा डालने का जो बिन होता है, कचरा डालने के लिए जो एक जगह होता है जहां जिसमें कचरा डाला जाता है, that you will not see a single dustbin. The reason being, we all need to understand that just think of a city where there is a dustbin. Most of the times, the picture that comes to our mind is that there is kachra in the dustbin, there is kachra outside flowing, that kachra bin is flowing, and there is kachra strewn everywhere. There is dust, there is waste, spilled over everywhere near that particular bin. So the dustbin itself is a center of entire garbage. The garbage bin becomes the location for the collection of garbage, and it is strewn everywhere, and the city looks absolutely very bad in shape. So the most important thing that happened was Indore was made first dustbin free city in the country. And most importantly, see, collection of waste, collection of garbage has to happen 100% from each and every household, every hotel, every shop, every such institution, whether it is educational, non-educational. So there is no question of actually somebody going and throwing garbage onto the road or in the dustbins or in the garbage bins or in some kind of places. And heavy spot fining. So this again is an important thing that I would mention here, is that if anybody violating, any citizen or anybody who's violating any of these things needs to be heavily fined, especially institutions, shops, hotels, or restaurants. They throw all the food wastage anywhere they would want to, instead of actually collecting it and giving it away to the municipal employees. So this is how Indore became the cleanest city in the country. So you can see several such initiatives, from door-to-door collection to bin-free initiative, And today 1200 metric tons of garbage is collected, is generated. 1200 metric tons of garbage is generated in entire Indore, a city with a population of about nearly 35 lakhs of population. You will be astonished to know that not even one single ton of garbage goes to the landfill site. That is, outside the city, generally we have landfills, places where the garbage, collected garbage is taken and actually thrown or deposited at the landfill. Today in Indore, not even one single ton out of 1200 tons of garbage, whether it is wet, dry, sanitary waste, electronic waste, inert waste, or any such waste, entire 1200 metric tons of garbage is actually being processed. Now, this is the level at which Indore has been able to create a brand out of itself. So, not only in Indore, but several such cities like Bhopal, Gwalior, Ujjain, Jabalpur, you can see that nearly 80 to 90% of the entire garbage which is generated in these towns and cities is now being fully processed, and Indore's landfill site is now a place where you can sit down over there and have a cup of tea. There is no smell when there is no garbage which is being thrown there, and the entire 1200 metric tons which is garbage generated per day is being processed. You can understand the level of cleanliness that Indore has actually been taken to. So now coming to how to ensure that cities of our country and campuses, university or college or any such institution with a campus can also actually become a clean campus. So the most important areas where, with Indore being an example, Indore is a classic example where the similar kind of replication of what Indore has done can be done at a small level in a municipality or in a gram panchayat or a campus. So you need to have a solid waste management. You need to have liquid waste management. You need to completely ban on the single use of plastic. The e-waste management needs to be done. There has to be enough green cover development which can be actually taken up. There can be greener approach like paperless system which can be developed in campuses. Next. So as far as solid waste management is concerned, you need to really collect. So the most important point that I mentioned as far as Indore is concerned, like door-to-door collection. So you need to have door-to-door collection of wastage. There has to be separation of at the source itself of the wastage. You can create waste containers at some places, and they need to be in such a way, and you can see some of the photos here as to how they should be closed containers. You need to create waste transportation facilities and waste disposal facilities in your campuses. Next. So there has to be liquid waste management also which needs to be done, and you need to have proper sanitation infrastructure. There has to be sufficient water, drainage facilities, and then all kinds of important sanitary infrastructure in place. So classically, what we see in most of our campuses or in schools or institutions is where there will be some infrastructure, but that will not be in functional position. So you need to have functional sanitation infrastructure in place. There has to be running water. There need to be water-saving fixtures, waterless urinals if possible, to the extent where consumption of water is less. Grey water recycling needs to be done. You need to create recycling such facilities. Water efficient landscaping. We have the campuses have huge places where a lot of green spaces are there, and then lawns are there, but you need to create water efficient landscapings to reduce water usage. Next. Ban of single use plastic is inevitable, and the plastic plastic waste management rules clearly specify the ban of single use plastic, and there has been a very important campaign that has been run for several years now, and we need and practices which can be more developed to ensure that your campuses are clean. They can be you can provide clear signs in the bin rooms and consist wording, symbols, colors. You can provide clean bins and bin rooms facilities that indicate building management does not care, and the user will then fail to use facilities correctly. CCTV cameras, training of management and staff, repairing signs, labels, providing a collection service for waste and recycling. This is very, very important. And you can also have some fines in the campuses if you feel that if somebody is not actually keeping the environment clean, the campus clean. There has to be somebody who needs to regularly monitor that these things are being done on a regular basis. The office waste management needs to be also looked into, which is a very, very important thing. Next. So on campus. And don't, I mean, if you are actually a visitor or somebody who's staying in this campus, you need to keep this particular place clean. Next. So we need to also bring in a circular economy, because that is where, as people who have little bit of who think about the environment, we need to reduce environmental footprint. That is very, very important. We need to use green products, non-toxic, long life, recyclable products needs to be used. We need to generate income also. We can try to see if, like I have told you, in Indore, the entire 200 metric tons of waste is processed and is sold. And there is a lot of money which is generated out of this, and reuse, and then that resources are put back to use for the betterment of the citizens. Better services to extend the lifespan is very, very important, in the sense that I have told you that how the per capita reduction in expenditure on health happened in Indore, and how people were made to aware, and now people own this whole thing that my city is clean, I should keep my city clean, I should keep my neighborhood clean, is something that we have been able to tell them, and then this actually translates into wellness, better health, and better lifespan. Recycle waste and reuse resources in order to minimize waste. These are the things we need to actually ensure that all these initiatives are translated into proper results. And that is where Indore has been able to do remarkable work. And it's a journey, it's a wonderful journey that Indore has been able to do. And I would like to mention here that more than 80 countries, public representatives or administrators from 80 countries have visited Indore to see how Indore has become the cleanest city. So it is not only within the country, people within the country who are coming to see how Indore has become cleanest city. And another important thing is that if somebody wants to see how Indore has become cleanest city, you need to pay. It is not free to even see that how Indore has become a cleanest city. So in order to understand, in order to go around in the entire city and see how Indore has become the cleanest city, you need to pay to see also. So to that extent, Indore has been able to upgrade itself to that extent. And also grey water management, I would like to mention here, is a very, very important thing that Indore has been able to do. So the entire grey water which is being generated is being treated. Of course, the ratio is less. The reuse of that particular grey water has to be increased. That is a challenge. But in most of the neighborhoods, colonies, this practice of reuse of grey water is increasing day by day. So I would like to mention here that Indore is a story that is being replicated in the entire country and also various cities of the world. So Indore is a story which has let us know that if we all come on to single platform, that is the administrators, the public representatives, the civic societies, the media, people who matter, the stakeholders, if they are all brought onto a single platform, this story can be actually replicated in any place on this earth. So this is a book of mine on Swachh Indore, and you can actually access this book and know further on the strategies that actually were developed in Indore and that has led to Indore becoming the cleanest city in the country. I once again thank you for giving me this opportunity of telling the story of Indore, and also how cities can become clean cities, and how campuses can become clean campuses. Thank you.
Thank
Any
you. Thank you very
questions
much.
or anything, any interaction that we can go ahead? Yeah.
Right. Thank you for a comprehensive presentation on how you made Indore city the cleanest city in India. I'm sure it has a lot of lessons for all of us to learn and adopt. It is a well-attended program. Our platform is to its full capacity of 1,000 people. And I think many others are watching on our live streaming of this program. That itself shows the keen interest our educational institutions have in making their campuses green campuses. So I request my technical team to please unmute if any audience wants to ask a question. Please raise your electronic hand, the yellow color hand on your screen, so that our technical team will unmute you. So you will find the electronic hand. You can raise that electronic hand from your screen. We also have many educational institutions which have been working in making their campuses green campuses. For example, IIT Roorkee is working in the National Mission for Clean Ganga. It also works with the local communities in creating more awareness among them. TERI University is another university which is working towards promoting research in biodiversity, forest conservation, and sustainable agriculture. So there are many, many such examples. So our technical team can unmute one of, yes. So there are several yellow hands coming up now. Please go ahead. You're unmuted. Salil, are you unmuting?
Yes, sir. It's unmuted. Professor Channa Datta, please go ahead. You can ask your question to expert.
Sir, I'm Channa Datta, studying third year HSC in Lovely Professional University. Sir, I have a doubt that you have told that by increasing our cleanliness and maintaining some cleanliness habits, we can decrease the health budget by 40%. Sir?
Yeah, what is your question? Yeah.
Sir. Sir, is Indore adopted any student initiatives or formed any student? Because students are the future of our country or any city. Without the help of students, we cannot do that initiatives or we cannot educate people. Sir, what are the steps taken by Indore authorities to make that possible with the help of students?
So see, as I have mentioned in right from the beginning, see all the stakeholders have been brought onto a single platform. So here, when I say stakeholders, it is also the colleges, universities, student community, and this whole concept of cleanliness is pertaining to behavioral change. So the focus has always been on behavioral change. So anybody trying to do an issue pertaining to cleanliness is all about behavioral issues. So the right approach, the right thing that should be done, and that has been done in Indore and also in Madhya Pradesh and in the entire Swachh Bharat mission. Now Swachh Bharat mission is part of the scholastic curriculum. So the student community have been made to be part of this entire campaign. All the schools, all the colleges, and the universities of Indore were they were made to sit down. They were told that the students need to be actually told about the campaign. The students need to participate. The students also need to be part of this campaign by becoming volunteers. So there is a huge volunteers-based system which was created during the initial period of this entire Swachh Bharat mission, and that has actually enabled. So as I am mentioning to you that the behavioral change is what is going to remain forever. So whether I as an administrator, whether an MLA or a mayor or a corporator, whether he or she is there or not, what will remain behavioral change? The thing that we need to do when it comes to cleanliness, when it comes to any initiative is behavioral change, and that is what we focused in schools.
Right. Dr. Sujit Kumar, please unmute
Next.
yourself.
सर मैं आने से जोई थी तो आने से जोई थी भाई को यस सर मैं आने से जोई थी
Please
Yes,
go
sir.
ahead, Aryan.
सर मैं कह रहा था कि TY बीकॉम में आया आई कि मुंबई यूनिवर्सिटी की तरफ से आया नेक्स्ट क्या करना चाहिए इसमें यूपीएससी के होता है कि आगे बनना है सर यस सर
आपका प्रश्न क्या है, दोबारा पूछिए।
कि प्रश्न ये है कि यूजीपी की करना चाहिए क्या करना चाहिए है यूजीपी करना चाहता है हम आने से जुड़ी ऑफ TY बीकॉम यस सर
ओके, ठीक है। डॉक्टर सुजीत कुमार, प्लीज अनम्यूट। डॉक्टर मधु।
Yeah. Hello.
Please go ahead.
Yeah. Very good afternoon, Chairman sir and IAS sir from Indore. और बहुत ही अच्छा सर, हमें लगा कि इंदौर इज द क्लीनेस्ट सिटी इन इंडिया, नॉट ओनली इन इंडिया, कि बाहर से भी लोग वहां पर देखने के लिए आते हैं। और आई एम फ्रॉम उत्तरकाशी, गवर्नमेंट पीजी कॉलेज उत्तरकाशी। और मैं भी सर, हम भी पूरा प्रयास करते हैं कि हमारा कॉलेज ही नहीं बल्कि पूरा सिटी क्लीन हो। लेकिन कॉलेज तो हम क्लीन कैंपस, ग्रीन कैंपस कर पाए, स्टूडेंट में हम वो अवेयरनेस ला पाए, और हमारे कॉलेज को भी ग्रीन कैंपस, क्लीन कैंपस चैंपियन अवार्ड मिला था इन उत्तरकाशी। लेकिन जो शहर की स्थिति है वो इतनी बुरी है सर कि मतलब मैं पर्सनली भी कहूँ तो मुझे देखकर हमेशा बहुत रोना आता है। और कई बार मैं जो है सीधे नगर पालिका चली जाती हूँ और मैं वहां पे उन लोगों को फिर खींच के लाती हूँ कि यहाँ पर ऐसी स्थिति क्यों है। बिकॉज रीजन तो ये है कि जो कैरिंग कैपेसिटी से बहुत ज्यादा ओवर क्राउडेड सिटी हो गई है। लेकिन उस तरीके से स्वच्छता के लिए कोई भी स्ट्रैटेजी नहीं है। जैसे मैं भी आपके पावर पॉइंट में देख रही थी कि बहुत ही अच्छी जो स्ट्रैटेजिक प्लानिंग्स हैं, और इंदौर तो एक बहुत बड़ा शहर है जबकि उत्तरकाशी एक छोटा शहर है, लेकिन वहां पे कोई प्लानिंग ही नहीं है ऐसी, जिस वजह से वर्स्ट और वर्स्ट स्थिति होती जा रही है। तो मेरा ये रिक्वेस्ट था
आपका
सर।
ये कहना है कि आपके यहाँ हाँ जी, तो आपका कहना ये है कि आपके शहर के जो शहर के जो मुख्य लोग हैं, चाहे वो म्युनिसिपल कमिश्नर हो या फिर मेयर हो, वो इस पे ध्यान नहीं दे रहे हैं। तो मेरा आपसे अनुरोध ये है कि देखिए, ये इश्यू जो है ना, ये सिटी स्पेसिफिक हो सकता है। कुछ सिटीज में इस तरह का मतलब ध्यान नहीं देना, शहर के जो इम्पोर्टेंट लोग हैं उनके द्वारा ध्यान नहीं देना, एक समस्या हो सकती है। एज ए सिटीजन मैं यही कहूंगा कि आप इसको प्लीज इसको आप ट्राई करिए कि आप उसको किसी लेवल पर ले जाएं। आप अगर आपके शहर के जो आपके इससे संबंधित जो मंत्री हैं उनके लेवल पे ले जाएं, आप लिखिए, आप ईमेल करिए, आप लिखिए, आप ध्यानाकृष्ट करने का प्रयास करिए निश्चित ही, क्योंकि ये कैंपेन जो है पूरा भारत देश में चल रहा है और ये कंटिन्यूअसली चल रहा है। तो कहीं ना कहीं इसके बारे में जो है, जो जिम्मेदार लोग हैं उनके तक ले जाना बहुत जरूरी है।
राइट। श्री विष्णु सिंह, प्लीज अनम्यूट। Please unmute on your screen. Yes.
Good afternoon. I am Dr. Vishnu Pratap Singh from UP, Pratapgarh Government PG College, Shangipur. Actually, I just want to know and convey the message that what is being done by the government to reduce the use of that plastic bottles. As I see, the government of UP has once delivered a order that in government meetings, etc., the bottle should not be used, plastic bottle for water. But it is still continuing. And especially in hotels, whenever we visit any hotel, rather than providing water in, they all have RO facilities, but rather than providing the RO water, they immediately, whether we order or not, they come up with some bottle. If this is checked, I think there may be a good control in the
Right.
pollution. Even I
as
feel
far as usage of plastic is concerned, the single-use plastic is now banned across the country, and the manufacturing facilities, especially the MSMEs who manufacture single-use based plastic, have been told to close. They have been given some specific time period and they have been asked to close. And in most of the states, the single-use based plastic generating, plastic manufacturing institutions have been closed. Such companies, such institutions have been closed. So any such single-use based plastic, if it is being generated, is now illegal. So this is an awareness that needs to be brought in, and we need to ensure and we need to complain wherever possible to the responsible authorities that single-use plastic is being used even after necessary instructions have been given and necessary steps have been taken. So we need to take it up with the authorities to ensure that single-use plastic is not being used anywhere.
Right. So legislation is one approach. We can bring such laws, ban them. But the other important thing also is to bring attitudinal changes. For example, in UGC, in every meeting, we don't use any plastic bottles. We use only glass for serving water. And similarly, all of us, we should refuse to take, when we go to a shop and buy something, we should refuse to take things in the plastic bags, carry a cloth bag from home. You know, at individual level, at our own level, we start using these kind of approaches to reduce the use of plastic. So let's go ahead with Dr. Deena Patilji. Please unmute yourself. Yes.
Presentation upload कर दीजिए उसमें chat में.
Please go ahead. Deena Patilji, I have unmuted you. Right. Let's go to Giridhar Pal Singh. Could you please unmute?
Good evening, sir.
Go ahead.
Yeah, good
I'm
evening.
belong from
Yes.
Udaipur, sir. Udaipur city also be
Yes,
take
please.
a initiative after Indore. They also be reduce all the collecting the bags, all the things they remove. But we don't achieve the target that the Indore achieved, that the most cleanest city of India. What is the reason behind this, sir?
Narahari ji.
I think they must be, as far as the government of India has certain guidelines. They have made a marking system. The marking system is very clear. You need to do A to Z, the activities that are mentioned in the Swachhata Sarvekshan, Swachh Bharat Sarvekshan. And there are independent agencies which are being designated to visit the cities, and then they do the survey. They talk to the citizens, they talk to the stakeholders, and they physically also visit places like bus stands, railway stations, public spaces, public places, and also go to certain colonies, talk to resident welfare associations. So it is a detailed 3 to 6 months detailed survey that is being done by Government of India. And that is where they try to find out whether the cities are complying to the guidelines. So maybe this city also must be shortfalling on certain areas. There might be some shortfall in some areas which the city authorities need to check and also should be able to rectify those areas. Maybe then the city, your city can also become the cleanest city in the country.
Right.
Sir, one more question. On the behalf of you, I request to Chairman UGC that kindly provide that guideline to every university so that we can awareness on the large scale on the student and all the things. It's my request to Chairman UGC, sir.
Sure. Thank you very much. Thank you. Next, let's go to Pulaya. Could you please unmute? Okay. Next, Sanjay Sharma. Could you please unmute?
Yeah, hello. Sir,
Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Sir, thank you, sir, for unmuting me. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल कि इंडियन एजुकेशन हिस्ट्री में फर्स्ट टाइम यूजीसी ने जिस तरह से प्रोएक्टिव रोल प्ले किया है, खासतौर पर इंस्टीट्यूशनल सेंसिटाइजेशन के लिए अंडर द चेयरमैनशिप और लीडरशिप ऑफ प्रोफेसर जगदीश कुमार जी, दे रियली रिमार्केबल। एक और सब दिक्कत है जो मैं श्री नरहरि जी से शेयर करना चाहूंगा, वो ये कि सर स्टेट का जो अपना रोल है कभी इस तरह का वो बन जाता है कि वो एक तरह से मतलब पैराडॉक्सिकल सिचुएशन में आता है। उसको डील करने के लिए एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशंस लाइक यूजीसी एंड यूनिवर्सिटीज, स्कूल, बड़ी दिक्कत आती है। फॉर एग्जांपल, स्मार्ट सिटी का पूरा जो आइडिया है सर आपका, उस पूरे स्मार्ट सिटी के आइडिया में प्रमोटिंग द ब्रिक्स, सीमेंट, इन सबको प्रमोट करने की बात की जा रही है। मैं सागर में भी इस बात को देखता हूँ कि हम लोग लगातार देख रहे हैं इसकी स्मार्ट सिटी का पूरा वेंचर इस तरह का है कि पेड़ काटे जा रहे हैं, उनकी जगहों पर हम लोग तमाम तरह की दूसरी चीजें बना रहे हैं जो ब्रिक्स के साथ जुड़ी है, सीमेंट के साथ जुड़ी है। फिर उसके बाद ये है कि शहर का सारा कचरा आसपास के गांव में डंप कर दिया जा रहा है। वी डोंट हैव द प्रॉपर मैकेनिज्म कि हम उस कचरे का कुछ अच्छे से इस्तेमाल करें, उसको किसी दूसरे गांव में ना पटक दें। तो अभी क्या हो रहा है सर, शहर साफ हो रहे हैं और गांव को गंदा कर रहे हैं। ये स्थिति हो रही है, शहर स्मार्ट हो रहे हैं पर वो पेड़ों को काट रहे हैं या पूरे के पूरे इसको बनाया जा रहा है। तो ऐसे सिचुएशन में सर क्या होता है ना कि एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूशंस में, पर्टिकुलरली एजुकेशन में, इसको एड्रेस करने के लिए बहुत चैलेंजेस आते हैं। थैंक्स टू प्रोफेसर जगदीश कुमार जी की वो आप लगातार इन चीजों को एड्रेस कर रहे हैं। तो अकेली शिक्षा सर बहुत कुछ नहीं कर सकती जब तक ये सब दूसरे जो पेरिफेरल स्ट्रक्चर हैं, जो ब्यूरोक्रेटिक स्ट्रक्चर्स हैं या स्टेट के जो स्ट्रक्चर्स हैं, वो भी एजुकेशन को उस तरह का समर्थन दें।
धन्यवाद। धन्यवाद।
हाँ, तक देखिए, स्मार्ट सिटी इज वन सच इनिशिएटिव जहाँ पे इस तरह के प्रयास हुए, मतलब स्मार्ट एक पर्टिकुलर एरिया ऑफ अ सिटी को लेकर उसको स्मार्ट करने का प्रयास किया गया है। देखिए, ये सब इनिशिएटिव्स हैं, इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि हर इनिशिएटिव अपने आप में परिपूर्ण है। ये इनिशिएटिव है, जैसे आप कह रहे हैं कि अगर पेड़ों को काटा जा रहा है और उससे स्मार्ट बनाने के चक्कर में को कम किया जा रहा है, तो एज ए सिटीजन और एज ए थिंकर हमको हमारा जो प्रयास है हमको करना चाहिए। हमें ये सुनिश्चित करना है कि हमें अपनी आपत्ति दर्ज करना है और हमें संबंधित अधिकारियों के, संबंधित लोगों को बताने का प्रयास करना चाहिए कि इस तरह के जो गतिविधियों से स्मार्ट बनने के चक्कर में हमारी ग्रीनरी समाप्त हो रही है। तो कहीं ना कहीं जो कमियां हैं, कमियों को संबंधित अधिकारियों के समक्ष में ले जाने का और समुचित स्थान पर, समुचित प्लेटफॉर्म पर उस बात को रखने का प्रयास भी करना चाहिए। और हमारे पास लीगल व्यवस्था भी है जहां पे आपको लगता है कि अंधाधुंध कटाई भी हो रही है, तो मैं समझता हूं कि हमें, अगर संबंधित अधिकारी नहीं सुन रहे तो हमें संबंधित कोर्ट में भी जाके हम शरण लेने का प्रयास करना चाहिए और एज ए सिटीजन हमें जो हमारे जो कर्तव्य है हमेशा सुरक्षित है उसका भी उपयोग करना चाहिए।
राइट, राइट।
Good afternoon, Narahari. I am Pullaya sir.
Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, Narahari. I am
Good
Pullaya
afternoon,
sir. Universities
Yes, sir.
and
Good afternoon,
colleges
sir.
and educational institutions have a big brigades of NSS, NCC, and scouts and guides all over the country. We have to make use of the services of these voluntary organizations of the students to sensitize the people in using one-time plastic. What measures does the universities plan for this kind of usage of the resources of students?
No, within the university
absolutely,
system,
sir. As you are rightly mentioning,
within the university system, NSS and NCC, they very proactively participate in these activities. But the idea is to scale it up, because the number of students who participate in NCC and NSS is much smaller as compared to the total number of students in an institution. So all of us have to work together to scale up our activities, not only within the institution, but also reach out to the communities around your own campus, so that we realize the green campus and green environment.
Sir, not only just our campuses, sir, we can sensitize the society as well. I was a volunteer, I was a program officer, and as we did certain things among the community, they were successful because we can communicate through the students very well than some other bodies.
Absolutely, absolutely. You're absolutely right. Let's go to the next questioner. Dr. Joyce Lobo, could you please unmute?
Good evening, sirs.
Good evening.
I'm Dr. Joyce Lobo from St. Aloysius Deemed to be University, Bangalore. And I really appreciate and congratulate and thank UGC chairman and Sri Narahari ji for holding this series and for the beautiful presentation. My question to Sri Narahari ji is, can you please give us more insight on liquid waste management and what strategies can we bring in an institution? My question is institutional based, because since I come from the university. Second is that when you speak about mechanized cleaning, certain institutions might find it expensive to have a weekly mechanized cleaning, etc. Are there any incentives provided by the government with this regard? Thank you.
See, as far as the liquid waste management is concerned, as I mentioned in my presentation also, it is very, very important that the grey water that is collected, whether it is household, whether it is an institution, whether it is a shop or whether it is a hotel, restaurant. See, we need to ensure, most importantly, that the entire grey water that is collected needs to be processed. So it has to be made compulsory in every such institution, if it is a neighborhood, colony, or a ward, that the grey water that is collected in that particular neighborhood needs to be treated there and then itself. It should not be let go into the municipalities or the city's sewer system. So that is the most important thing that needs to be done. So if your campus, if you are able to establish a treatment plant, sewer treatment STP in your campus, I think that would be the best thing to do. And it is not that costly. Now we have cost-effective solutions which have come up very well. There are several institutions, organizations, and industries which have come up with cost-effective solutions. And I'm sure that if you can approach your municipal corporation or municipality, they will be able to tell you what are the best methodologies available. And there now, it has been in the Municipalities Act also, it has been made compulsory that the neighborhoods or the colonies should have their own water treatment plants. A colonizer is now given permission only if he is enstablising a sewer treatment plant. So this is where we need to ensure that the water treatment plants, the sewer treatment plants, or the grey water treatment is done in the neighborhoods and the campuses. And as far as incentives are concerned, I am not sure about whether campuses are being given are being given incentives, but yes, definitely cities and towns are being given a lot of incentives for doing this.
Right, right. I just have received a picture from Madanapalli Institute of Technology, Madanapalli, and there is a huge hall, and the whole hall is filled with students, and they are watching this live program. Hi there, all the students. Thank you for joining in this program. Let's go to Dr. Komal Sharma. Could you please unmute?
Namaskar, sir.
Namaste.
Thank you, sir, for providing this beautiful platform. And my concern is about not the cleanliness only. Actually, whenever we visited some hill station or we live in any five-star hotels, so what I observe, there is no bucket or mud system is there. There are only like you can use showers only. So I observe there is a lot of wastage of water there. So people are the hotels are saying so you can enjoy shower. We have this provision of shower. You can enjoy bathing and all that. What I observed, sir, this is a lot of wastage of water when the whole world is about. It is said that in coming years we can have a danger zone for the water, so no water can be there. So why there is a provision for this? Why not we have any law or any provision to to say that just not to use this showers? How to save water in these conditions, sir?
Narahari ji.
Basically, what I would say here is that it's a very interesting question that we are now an aspirational society. An aspirational society is one which wants to do all those things which are generally a bit more expensive or a bit more, luxurious in nature. So maybe the awareness levels needs to be broadened. As you are saying, you are rightly mentioning that a shower consumes more water than a bucket full of water. The same thing can be actually done with a bucket full of water, which otherwise a shower might be actually taking 5 buckets of water. So
Yes,
this
yes.
is an aspirational society. From an aspirational society, we need to convert ourselves into a society which does a lot of thinking, which is environment friendly, which is more friendly when it comes to, and then also think of lesser usage of resources. So maybe we need to turn towards that kind of society, and then that is where we should move ahead in time. Maybe that time is also coming. There is a lot of awareness which is increasing, and I'm seeing a lot of youngsters, a lot of people who are very clear in their mind when it comes to usage of resources. So let's try and create more awareness, and let's do a lot of work on behavioral change. And that is what I'm saying. Behavioral change is the ultimate thing that will remain forever. And that is where we should focus on.
Right. Thank you, Dr. Komal Sharma, for a wonderful question. In fact, India has only 4% of the global fresh water supply. It is all the more important for us that we use our water in a very, very careful manner. Next time when you see only showers in the hotel, perhaps you can leave a note, a decent note with the hotel management to reduce such kind of wastage of water in the hotel. Let's now move to Dr. Ritu. Could you please unmute? Or Charu. In the brackets, your name is Charu. Please unmute. Yeah. You have to unmute on your screen.
Meanwhile, there was a question I was seeing in the chat box. There was a question whether the municipal corporation has imposed
Good evening, sir.
any
Good
extra
evening. Respected sir, and good evening, all honorable peoples. Sir, I Ritu Chaudhary from Kevlanan B.Ed College, District Bijnor. Sir, I want to tell about our college because our college is situated at the bank of the river Ganga, and our college atmosphere is very good, and more greenery in our campus and around us. So, and always we try to keep clean more and more our campus. Sir, our college's MD sirs mostly involved in this program, and he loved nature. So, sir, all staff and students and management always be ready for this activity. And sir, we will try to always that we can keep our institution green and greenery more and more greenery and cleanliness. And sir, but sir, sometimes we have a problem. From side our town, because sometimes we have a many problems related to the water, so we want to query that water harvesting to nearby our institution from the town side. So sir, how can it's possible, sir?
Narahari ji.
I think, yeah, I think you have been trying to tell that you want to actually take help from the other institutions. I would only request that I think you should approach the authorities which come under your, the jurisdiction that comes under your purview of your college campus comes under the purview of that particular institution. Maybe that is when you can actually that can help you out a little. I would say that. One question I was trying to answer, somebody asked in the chat box, was that whether the Municipal Corporation of Indore imposed any specific fee. Yes, the Municipal Corporation of Indore imposed 150 rupees per household for exclusively for creating a lot of infrastructure. Here, door-to-door collection, the vehicles needed for door-to-door collection in order to remove the dustbins, and also in order to bring in processing plants, especially mechanization, road sweeping machines, etc. So 150 rupees per household per month is what is collected as Swachh Bharat additional household tax, and that has actually enabled the state government to give in more resources. And also it is part of the Swachh Bharat guidelines that if any city is able to create more infrastructure, bring in more resources through generating their own, through generation of their own funds, the state government gives in more funds, and also Government of India also adds more funds to the resources that are generated by the city. So that is where it helped the city to actually ensure continuance and ensure sustenance.
Right. Thank you very much, Narahari ji. There are some more questions from the audience, but we have ran out of time. Many thanks to the audience also. Narahari ji, I hope your talk will inspire many institutions to turn their campuses into green campuses. And many thanks to you on behalf of UGC. Namaste.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be part of this particular program. I really appreciate the initiative and hope it will really be a game changer for campuses. And then let's work together for creating a better cities and better campuses, and more important, stress on behavioral change. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.